जिंदाबाद अपनी MSO जिंदाबाद 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 अपनी MSO जिंदाबाद.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, brothers and sisters from India. Actually, first I would like to thank my brother, my dearest brother, Shujaat Ali, who gave me this opportunity. And I would like to remember how we met at the start. We met for the sake of supporting the Palestinian cause. And I really appreciate the compassion of our brothers and sisters from the Indian subcontinent, especially on the Palestinian cause, and their always unity for the Muslim Ummah. So for a start, I would like to share my screen if possible. We just prepared, okay. So, okay. So I would like to talk about my experience as a postgraduate student in Malaysia for some time, quite some time already. I had the goods and bads, as long as my two brothers who will be talking after me. And I will try to be as neutral as possible, just to lead you through and to help you take your decision wisely, inshallah. A little bit about me. I am a PhD student in the University of Malaya. And for my study, to support my study, I was awarded the Malaysian International Scholarship, which is a special scholarship for international students. And there are not much of this type of scholarships anymore, but yet I will talk about it in the scholarships part. I am studying in the Department of Pharmacology in Faculty of Medicine, University Malaya. This is my email for anyone who actually needs my assistance in anything. I will try to respond and be helpful within my capacity. So first, I would like to talk about getting an admission in the postgraduate system in Malaysia, and how to get admitted into the system, how to get an admission in a Malaysian university. I would like to start with the basically two types of postgraduate studies that we have in Malaysia and generally everywhere. We have two types of postgraduate schemes, let's say. One is research-oriented, and one is coursework-oriented. So in the research-oriented, we have masters and PhD. With the masters is done only through research. It does not involve any lectures, any coursework. And bare minimum in Malaysia is required for usually for research methodology and for the Malay language studies in most universities. But what you will be doing is you will be reading literature, designing experiments, doing lab work, or doing your research in other fields that doesn't require labs. You will be doing your research and then writing a thesis. In the other system, in the coursework, well, coursework system, you will be in a way continuing what you started in your undergrad studies. You will just have more specialization, and you will be. There are several types of studies of coursework studies. There are some professional diplomas. The difference between diplomas and master's degrees is that master's degree from diplomas you cannot cross over to the research side mostly, but you are more oriented into professional courses that will teach you to master a profession. It will not prepare you for PhD, for research. However, in coursework, in masters by coursework, you would be able to take the best from both sides. So you are oriented towards professionality to go out from masters and find a job in what you specialize in, or if you want to cross over to PhD and go back to research, then that option can be available also. So I would like to talk about research option or thesis option, where you have to do research and submit a thesis to finish your study. In Malaysia, the master's by research usually takes about 2 years. Usually, it can be a little bit shorter, or it can be extended if needed. But usually, it's 4 semesters, and it will qualify you for PhD. And in the Malaysian system, you can actually merge. So you can jump for PhD without really submitting a thesis for masters. You will be having a PhD only. You will not have a master's degree. But this will save you some time towards PhD, maybe a year or so. What I would like to say about getting an admission in this system, we can say for non-thesis options, for coursework options, you can actually go to the university website straight away, find the masters you want. You can search, ask friends, search to different universities, shortlist the master's courses that you like, and then apply for one. Usually the universities will require you to register an account in the university website, and you will have to, you can choose, when you are applying, you can choose up to 5 sometimes, 3 or 5 options. And then there are time limits. So it should be in for the first semester in September, and for the second semester in February. So there are time limits for you to enroll in the program. However, when you want to join Masters by Research or PhD, the process would be a little bit different. You still have to go through the university system. You still have to register, pay a small fee, and apply through the system. But first, you have to find a supervisor for your research. To find a supervisor, usually you have to have what I would like to call it a research interest. You have to know what you are looking for, whether you are master's students or whether you are just a fresh graduate from an undergraduate program, you still have a research interest. You have to know what actually you want in your study. And then following that, you also search the net, try to ask friends, see where where your interest is more represented, in which university, and then try to apply there. Try to communicate with supervisors in that field that you will find through the websites of the universities. Usually in Malaysia, you write the name of the university and you write the word expert next to it in Google, and you get the expert website. Or when you navigate the university website also, when you navigate the university website, when you reach into the department and you see the list of staff, of academic staff in the department, again, it will take you to the CV, to the expert website of the university, and you can read about the doctor or the professor who you are looking at, see his research interests, see if it matches with what you are looking for, and then from there you can find a way to communicate with him or her and apply. And then you usually it will be through email, so you will communicate with them, try to get an admission from them. Then you go through the official portal of the university, the website. There is a chance, if you did not communicate with a supervisor, there is still a chance that somebody will pick you up. They will take you because they will find something in your CV. The chance, or they need a student. The chance is there, but it's minimum. The best way is to communicate with the supervisor before you apply to through the portal of the university, the website. And again, I want to emphasize about your research interest. You try to find someone who you know what you are communicating with about. You try to use the language of when you are sending an email, use a language that professional scientific language that will actually take the interest of the supervisor. You have to have an interest in what he's doing. Now, inshallah, if after you get an admission, whether for coursework or for research-oriented programs, another thing about research is that you can enroll anytime in the year. Registering for coursework has time limits, but registering for research in Malaysia, you can enroll anytime. You can come to the country anytime as long as your visa process is finished. So about the visa, I want to talk about the system that is implied a few years ago in Malaysia. It's called EMGS. You can write EMGS on Google, and you will go straight into the website, and there you will find a lot of useful information actually about the universities and the programs and life in Malaysia. You can find much more extensive information, but it's still it has maybe it will be a little bit biased by their desire for you to enroll in the universities. So it will lead you through a lot of information on the universities. And from there, the EMGS is your obligatory way to obtain a visa. Student visa in Malaysia is unified. All countries will have to follow the same procedure, the same system. It's not different whether you come from a country that has agreement with Malaysia to come without visa or not. You still have to apply through the EMGS and obtain a visa in a process that is similar between countries. It's not different. There is around a 500, 2,000 ringgit, I think by now, around the $500 fee that you have to pay. This fee will include also your medical exam in Malaysia, and it will include what they call here is a visa with reference. So you come to Malaysia holding this visa stamped on your passport, and then when you come to Malaysia, you submit this this passport to the university. So there are two options here. There is the option of straight away going to EMGS website and apply for visa, or the option of applying to the EMGS through your university and your university website. The advice now is to go directly to the EMGS website. It will be much faster for you. Usually it will take 3 weeks, while the university that they have a visa unit, they will buy off all their application and send them usually at one time. So this will usually take more time for you to obtain your visa. Best way for you to apply for visa is to do it straight through the EMGS website. However, one advice is also through our experience is that try not to buy when you come to Malaysia, try not to buy the health insurance from the that is provided by EMGS, and usually better to choose the health insurance that is provided by your own university, usually because it will follow the university procedure, and if the university has a faculty of medicine and a hospital and its own clinic, it will be much more convenient for you and for the university to take their own health insurance. Also, you have to be prepared for a lot of, let's call it a little bit tedious process with the EMGS. They will always, a lot of times they will be not satisfied enough with the documents you provide for them. You will have to provide additional documents, and you can follow up the process of your application through their website and through their mobile app. As it is stated by EMGS, if nothing wrong with your application, no additional documents are required, you will get your visa ready, your visa with reference ready, VDR, within 3 weeks. That's what is stated in their website. Usually it will take longer because most of the time they will require additional documents. For registration, research students can register anytime. We talk about medical checkup. It's already paid for, and the clinics, the panel of clinics is conveniently around in all over Malaysia. I would like to talk about the cost of living in the country. usually you divide these numbers by 4, you get the price in the cost in USD. Malaysia relatively is a affordable country, is one of the cheapest, good study orientations in